Hello, hello, welcome to Pieces of Pat Paints. I'm Pat. I paint pieces. Sorry I'm late. I don't actually know what I did. I don't know. It just took forever to get anything done. Maybe it's the internet. I don't know. I'm definitely not the guy to ask. I probably need like a tech person that does all that. But you know, we're like a gorilla in the woods outfit kind of here. You know, we're like the rebel army. You know, we'll have all that fancy firepower and all those you know high fandangled equipments and all that. So anyway, well, welcome to the show. Man, I have a condition with my vagus nerve, and it has been acting up. And so, if like I pause for a long period of time, I'm okay. Don't call an ambulance. It's really weird, but hopefully it doesn't happen. I almost had one while I was driving today. There's a bunch of foil from what I'm eating. Move that over here. I was trying to eat while I was getting things ready, and then things were going horribly wrong, so I didn't get as much eating done as I wanted to. And that's fine, right? Okay, we got that on. Let's get that on. Boing. That's so bright. It's so bright. Just a little bit more. I'm always like adjusting these things, trying to get them to where you can see well and I can get things done. So you know everything's looking pretty good. I had a really nice, ugly looking putrid underneath here. I went ahead and did a lot of all the green is pretty much done. It needs a black wash. I wanted to make sure we had all the metallics parts done. So we need to do all this, and then we need to do all the boils and sores. So we got lots of little things to finish up today, which is fun. I also know for sure we're going to do at least 2 Space Wolves and at least 1 Tech Marine in our Death Watch stuff. And I think we're going to turn I have a Terminator, like a Captain in Terminator armor. I think I'm going to turn him, I think I'm going to make him a Dark Angle. Which will be really cool, you know. Because I actually have an extra one of the new Terminator heads, so that it actually looks like the old Terminator heads, which that gets weird. But anyway, they redesigned the Terminator heads, and they changed how they look. And I'm gonna change it back because I can, and I will, and you can't stop me. Oop. We don't need that brush. Alright, so very, very carefully. Paint this little line right here. Maybe I think the light looks better there. let me know if anybody who watches these things regularly, if the light on this today looks better. I put it over the top of it instead of right around it, which actually helps me. Like I can see better this way. But I feel like I feel like the light's better here. If I only had a brain. Water droplet on there. Flip that sucker off. And that. Alright, so that should match up to this color, I'm thinking. Maybe not. I like getting it dark. We'll do that dark metallic. This is a dark silver by Army Painter. I don't know why they call things like this dark silver, but you know, they all have their little trademarks and things like that, so they've got their reasons, I'm sure. Army Painter sent out a NDL to a lot of paint channels, the more popular ones, not me. That they weren't going to make them like agree to any silliness and stuff like that. It was pretty funny, actually. I thought it was pretty funny. Anyway, I found it amusing. Who was talking about it? Somebody was talking about it. Me, John, or something like that. I can't remember who it was. One of the more affluent painters, more known painters. He's got a pretty slick setup, man. Some of those guys got some really nice studios and nice setups, man. I get super jealous. I think that's okay to admit, right? We can admit being jealous. The thing is, just don't be a punk about it, right? I mean, like everybody gets jealousy. It happens. You just get jealous. It's life. My son, my youngest son and my daughter both experienced that this weekend at Top Golf. Even my oldest son experienced it a little bit. And this want to win the games, and it's, you know, my oldest son knows how to play golf. Top golf and real golf are not the same thing. There's a little bit of luck involved in Top Golf that you don't necessarily have in regular golf. There's some, you could in theory, if somebody who knew what they're doing was having a bad day and things were kind of a little off, you could in theory have somebody who has very little experience beat somebody with a lot of experience, which is what happened, much to my child's chagrin. And he definitely took it a little personal. It happens. So if you've never played Top Golf, there's the greens are basically like these big ball traps, big nets that catch the balls and stuff in the ground. The balls go down there, and then they, you know, filter back up so they can get put back into the dispensers. Yeah. So there's some little nets that are like little, these portal hole net things, like right almost like right underneath the platform you're standing on to hit these balls in the tee boxes. Okay, what they call bays. And so a couple of my two younger boys were kind of like hitting balls into these real short spots, and on accident sometimes. And my oldest son was, he was trying to drive the ball, put it way out there and get these points, and it just wasn't happening. He got frustrated with it, but in the end, he kind of realized he was being ridiculous because it's not like real golf, and he moved on. But my daughter, she very rarely gets to win things with all these boys, especially activities like this. Got a little upset because she's just tired of. She was the one that didn't do very well at all. She's just unlucky, and it was hard to explain to her that sometimes those things just come down to a little bit of luck. There's a little bit of skill being able to actually hit the ball, but there is a little bit of luck in that the boys' mess-up balls were dropping into the exact right places to help them score. And that another day might be something completely different. I don't know that satisfied the jealousy monster, but that was a long tangent. Golly. I wonder if I added those brass, bronze. Oh. Hello. Hopefully I'll be okay. Getting old sucks, y'all. enjoy your time now, if you're younger. And if you're old like I am, well, older, I'm not that old. But if you're starting to feel the old age start knocking on your door, don't get too upset. It's all right. Everybody goes through the changes, just like Ozzy said. Man, we were getting there. We are getting there. So close. I did like a blue and a red cable, but I think I'm going to make that red one just a little bit lighter and do a little bit more blue. I want them to look like those, like some sort of computer cable kind of thing. That's a Payne's Gray on these front cables, which is gonna settle in real nicely. By the time it's all said and done with the our schmutzy black wash, it'll look like black rubber. That's kind of the idea. We've got a few of these little tiny cables running here, here. We've got some connectors. Fun place to put a little bit of bronze, just to get the eye and move over that direction. A little in there. A little bit of water, and we'll just clean that right up. It's always good if you can get to them while they're still fresh. Pull that water out there and we'll just reapply a little bit of Payne's Gray. Okay, where'd it go? Right there. Oh, let's do that eye. That's a fun thing to do. We can do that. Green. Leave it out. Crimson's out. Violet. Blue. Oh, must have. There it is. It's way over there hiding behind the other guy. So it's an Indian E. Great on this lens. Little eye. Lots of bubbles. I gave it a good shake. Maybe too much one. That's alright. Very careful. Gotta wait just a second. That needs to sit right there because it's got to finish drying just like that. So that means coffee break time. Huzzah. I like, you ever get this, like it sounds like there's water in your head. And so like you tilt your head over. You can almost like, it's almost like there's water like in your ear. I don't know, maybe that's just me. It's just a little tiny working of it. We're not quite all the way dry yet, but we're very close. Which is good. We kind of want to catch it right as it's drying, so we can blend it. Do a little one up there, and then kind of a bigger one up here. Hey JJ, how's it going? Working on the lens there. What do you think? We're just about done with this guy. I'm gonna brighten up the cables down here. I've got a red one and a blue one. I think I want to go more like a crimson and maybe a lighter blue than that phthalo. Not quite teal, maybe Krillian or cerulean. I've heard people pronounce this paint name so many ways. But it should be cerulean blue. But I've heard, oh, so many names. I know how that feels. Or at least I did before I got a printer. And now, like, even once I get done with these guys, I have like a whole box of dwarfs to paint. There's so many things I can do. I kind of like that this commission jumped in here though and got rolling. This has been pretty fun, and definitely gives some direction to the whole situation. Way too much blue. But yeah, it's been a pretty interesting day. Had I was out doing the Uber thing this morning. Picked up some interesting individuals. Yeah, that'll be cool, man. I hope you get moving. There's bound to be a market for it. I mean, people always need terrain, and it's kind of a pain in the butt to make it. I got a bunch of dungeon tiles and stuff like that I've made some around here. We use mine all the time, but like not everybody knows how to make that stuff. And if you want to buy some of the stuff online, it's absolutely ridiculous price wise. Alright, now it's just a straight crimson coming down on there now. I've got a couple other little stray wires. So I might do a yellow, which that'd be kind of fun. I'll do this big thick one, the Payne's gray that most everything else has been. That way it kind of matches up. Put little maples on these ones we want to be yellow. It's interesting. I'll tell you what, if you want to be able to paint pink or paint yellow on things, pinks are always a nice way to undercoat them. I'm not precisely sure why that is, but I do know that it works. It works really well. And depending on the kind of pink you do, will depend on how the yellow shows out, which is also very interesting. I used to drive cab back in the day. You man, yeah. You know, mine solid stuff at lower prices. I know what it's like to be a consumer. Yeah, yeah. That, well, you know, once you get to a certain point, like, you know, some of those guys are, yeah, they've got a name. Once you get a name, you can demand more cost or price, because then people are like, well, I have this kind of thing. I drive an Audi. Yeah, that sort of game. You know how it goes. It looks like I have yet another colored wire in here too. We got to figure out what green, I guess. Do like a bright green wire. Let me do another red or blue wire. Make them all yellows and greens. I'm going to paint them all with this pale terracotta first. I think I said Naples earlier. It's not. It's pale terracotta. Ugh, my brain is not. I've had several of these little weird attacks in the last 2 days, so I've been kind of, my brain gets all scattered when it's happening. It's kind of hard to know what the hell I'm doing. Or what I'm saying. Like, sometimes my mouth gets away from me and I'm like, what was I talking about? Can't remember a dang thing. Yeah, I'm pretty good. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, if you're buying something from Black Magic, you're definitely paying a premium because of his name. Yeah, for sure, man. And you kind of have to. He does pretty good stuff. I mean, I mean, his shows are great because I like that he still tries to show you how to do the stuff on a budget, and how, you know, if you don't have all this equipment. Like, I mean, I've got the wire cutting table and I've got all that stuff. But a lot of people, you know, they simply don't have all that equipment. I like that he still kind of will come back down and show you how to do that stuff the old school way. It's kind of like I try not to do like airbrush stuff and things like that, because like a lot of people just simply don't own airbrushes. They're really kind of a hassle. The only place I really use them is I need to do like big long things of a certain color, and like it's not a spray can you can get just take and rattle outside, because you gotta set up the little fan and you gotta it's just a pain. It's better to be able to spray paint outside than that, in my opinion. But if you're trying to do like the Falcon, like I did all the base coat of that all with an airbrush, because it's I wanted a specific kind of gray white color, and then I did all the rest of that. God, I love that. I love Falcon, which we might actually be using part of that kit on our kit bash for these Death Guard or Death Watch. I got Death Watch, Death Guard, and I'm gonna make the Terminator. I think I'm gonna make him Death Wing Dark Angel, so we could have a Death Guard, or we'd have a Death Wing Death Watch fighting Death Guard. Goofy as hell. looks like a lens. Now that it's all dried back out, finished its thing. Strangers in the night, exchanging glances. Yeah, I like black magic stuff. I don't know that I would pay that much for terrain personally, but I know, again, I have all the tools and stuff to make it, and I know how to make it. But man, if you don't know how to do this stuff, you don't know how to make all this stuff, you're at the mercy of other people. Really, if you want it all. I guess you could buy like what, Hero Quest or something like that and get yourself a game that has it all attached. There's several other ones. That's just the name that came to head. There's a lot of different versions of that where all of it's inside the box and ready to play. But a lot of it, you're not getting hand painted stuff, so you're gonna have to paint it, and that's where your price comes in. Once you get established and you have a portfolio similar to what he has, you should charge the money. You have you've got the rights. I understand trying to be nice to the customer too, but there's a level, you got to make sure it's worth your time, because as you get busier and people need more of you, more stuff from you, and bigger commissions come along, like you can't do all the discounted easy stuff all the time, or bargain basement stuff. I shouldn't say it's not always easy. And that's any business. That's not just miniature painting. That's any business. I run several of them. I miss that part. I miss the hustle and bustle of like when we had the restaurants and the food trucks and stuff like that. That was a lot of go. It was really exciting. And this is kind of like this is exciting. It's fun in its way, but it's not the hustle and bustle of, say, restaurant life and hotel life and kitchen and food truck life and stuff like that. So there's a space and time to be missed. But then I start thinking about how hot it was and what time I was getting home, and I'm like, oh man, do I really miss it that much? On this side, I'm not actually missing it all that much. I'm just nostalgic for it. I definitely get nostalgic for it. Sitting in that silly car waiting on people to come out, watching people struggle to learn how to close a trunk. How do you get to be what I'm guessing was late 40s, maybe early 50s, but I'm not sure. Anyway, how do you get so off in your whatever hole you've drugged yourself into, that you're unable to close the damn trunk of a car? Like, I hate to be like this, but this one was like particularly like, are we really for real? Like, you look like you're my age. You might be a little younger than me, maybe, I don't know, but you definitely look around my age. You definitely should know how to close a trunk. Like, it was very odd. It was very odd. Trying to make sure we got all our little Metallic bits done up before we drop our final wash. It's hard to make sure everything gets so same colorish that it gets hard to tell if you got it all or not. So take your time. Take a look around. Need to do this in this hose. What color should we make this big old fat hose? Silver, copper. Kind of digging this copper. They calling me from Altus, Oklahoma. I don't think so. I don't know anybody in Altus. I need to get one of those. What's those? You see them all over the other sponsors where they, what's that, Incogni or whatever, where they'll go get rid of your stuff. So people stop calling me. I get tons of calls and all these weird messages from, like, I don't know, random people that say they're in Canada, but they're definitely not. They're definitely in a call center in another part of the world trying to scam your money out of you. I mean, like, not everybody, of course, but most of the people who are calling you are probably trying to scam you. Nobody calls you to offer you something that's real. The idea of making that big fella mirror copper too, because it's about the same gauge. Plus copper's kind of got that reddish color, so it kind of gets that guts kind of feel, you know? I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little weird. And I guess you could use a red metal, but the copper seems more interesting. The copper adds accent on mythic blight crawl. Yeah, that's cool. I love copper here and there. It's a fun color to play with. And you can even oxidize it if you want. Still, yeah. That's a big old ball of paint. Check all your angles. Always check all your angles. Real easy on these models to miss stuff. Especially these bigger ones. You just straight miss the dang thing. Start them off yellow. There's this kind of like something that's sticking between them. So I'm going to kind of paint that like mucus, I think. Clean that off of the blue. And this is that's one of those reasons why I like to jump around on things. Because like that blue wasn't dried up for us when we did that. We would have had a bad time. Gonna have a bad time. What was that? South Park with the swim instructor. Oh, that's way up in there, isn't it? I don't even think you can see that on the camera. It's way in the shadows. That cable goes all the way up there. Boy, that's another fun hard angle. Get in there. There we go. Got a nice yellow down in there. We'll try to pull out any excess paint if we can. But a lot of that's going to get taken care of. We're going to drop that black wash on everything, and then it'll all that grimy goo grimy goo stuff will make everything look pretty much one color. Black. It's smutsy. Definitely do copper tips on these wires, right? Just do a pickup on some basic materials. Is that recycled or requisitioned? My favorite supplier. Nice. Requisitioned, is my guess. Or I guess you could say request. I use a very old vernacular sometimes. Requisition. Sounds like I was in the military. It definitely was not. Received. Oh, there you go. I don't apologize for that. That's just me being weird, bro. This is a silver on this. I'm going to try to get it to look a little more Aluminum galvanized metal. So kind of okay if it's a little splotchy. Not too splotchy. Ooh. That was close. Glad I didn't tear anything up. It's starting to sound like RFK now. Don't take Tylenol. You'll die. Don't. You should only bathe in waters full of natural bacteria so you can build up an immunity. That guy. I think we can all agree that that guy probably would just be better if we had somebody else answering the questions for him. I don't mind if he's the secretary, but maybe just like let somebody else answer. It just seems like he's really under a lot of strain to be able to speak and just like, let's cut that guy. That guy's like, oof. I mean, we can make accommodations, right? What did you say? No, Congress doesn't do that anymore. We don't make accommodations anymore. No. Oh, happy Revelations Day. I think Revelation TikTok said today is the day for the rapture. Too much blow over the years. Yeah, way too much, man. Well, didn't he get throat cancer? I mean, like, honestly, I think he actually, like, legitimately has a reason he sounds like that. Because I think he ended up getting throat cancer or something. So, like, he legitimately, like, has a reason he sounds all raspy. But still, I mean, like, again, maybe we need somebody that can answer the questions for the guy. You know. Although I doubt he'd let them. If we're all being completely honest here, I don't think he'd let them. Yeah, I think that's right. I don't like trust that as a like newsworthy source or nothing. But I think he did have like a throat cancer condition or something like that. Probably from doing too much blow. Yeah. It's a strange world we live in these days. This TikTok rapture thing has me giggling pretty hard though. I'm not gonna lie. That one's funny. The idea that today is the day. I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting to see some seals get broken and all that, because I think that's like. I guess technically, if the rapture is happening, then the seal should have already been broken. Like we should be on like, what is that? Seal 5 or something or 6? I don't know. I just know TikTok's been on a buzz on it, and it's cracking me up. I think this is like my 15th or 16th rapture I've lived through in the time I've been around. So, you know, I'm getting pretty used to it by now, I think. Eat a whole tub of ice cream just in case. I love it. Yeah, that one's been cracking me up. We've been kind of having a little giggle over here about it. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean to anybody who believes in the rapture happening today. But if it isn't, we'll be here tomorrow, and you can still come and hang out with us, and we won't even know that you believe that because you didn't tell us. And yeah, honestly, it's probably good. Probably good. Don't tell people. Seriously. Get in the camera, Pat. Jesus. These little buggers are hard to see. Make sure I'm getting them. It's kind of recessed down a little bit, but not exactly. What is that? Fuzz. Ate a tub of ice cream. Oh man. Maybe it did happen and I just missed it. Maybe because I'm a sinner or something. That's why. So I'm stuck here. Maybe that's what it is. Hopefully they all got the thing they wanted. Which I've always found that odd, like wanting, you know, and I really don't mean this in any kind of offensive way, but the concept of wanting the end of the world to come about seems strange to me. Like it's an odd thing to kind of wish for and predict. You know, that you would want, because if you're predicting it, it almost feels like you're wanting it to happen. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting a little off the deep end on that, but a little philosophical. But you would want, I mean, you would think that the idea of a religion would be to go forever, like it should be going on here. Oh no, you mean we're the bad guys? I mean, maybe we are. Maybe they're all gone, and you know, us sinners, JJ, and anybody else watching this, yeah, we're the ones that are left. And maybe it is. Maybe I'm mistaken. It could be it. I'm not discounting that. I feel like that's unlikely, but I'm not saying that it didn't. I am saying that, like I said, it's a little weird, in my opinion, to just to want that sort of thing to happen, or maybe just to get so worked up about it, because like, if it's coming, you either did the right thing or you didn't. You've either been good to your fellow man or you haven't. So like, getting worried about it now isn't going to do you any good. It's, you know, it's here now, so that's like you know, your girlfriend's coming over and you didn't clean the apartment last night and you're trying to make it look, you know, you don't want her coming over to a pigsty, so you're just like, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna start slapping stuff into the closets and things? Is what we're gonna do? I mean, I would think that you'd want to be like, oh no, 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 no. You have your entire life to repent. You have your entire life to come and know the Lord, or whatever religion you're following. I was raised WASP, so I will definitely probably default Christian when it comes to speaking. Although I have studied a little bit of Buddhism, a little bit of Zoroastrianism, a little bit of I know a little bit of Judaism, and I know a little bit about Islamic faith. I like learning about other religions and cultures. I find them fascinating. I love to find the strange similarities between everybody. Those things where you're like, oh no, that's universal. Like everybody thinks that's funny. Or like everybody does this particular thing. Everybody likes these particular foods. Everybody, you know. Like I don't know anybody who doesn't like chicken as a culture. Like I don't know any culture that's not down with chicken. Like that's beyond like actual vegetarian culture, which is, you know, that's I guess we've had vegetarianism around long enough. We can call that a culture. Just called my mother and told her we can't go shopping because the rapture is coming. Oh my gosh. Can't go. Sorry, rapture. And like I said, you know, if somebody believes in that, they're 100% welcome to believe in whatever they believe. Do not take my questioning for thinking that you're silly for believing what you want to believe. Who knows what's going on in this world universe? Like nobody knows. We don't know. There's so many things that are weird that we can't figure out. So who knows? I don't have the answer. I don't think that it's going to be the rapture today, but I could be wrong. But I know I don't have the answers. I'm not that guy. So I definitely don't begrudge anybody their religion. But the rapture thing in particular I find very strange. She said, okay, tell your father. Proceed on the phone. Oh, man. Oh, damn. I'm interested to hear what Dad said. That's hilarious. Heck yeah, man. We're going to have this guy done by the end of tonight, I think. If I get lucky. Heck yeah, man. Sounds like it's a good one. I've got some pretty fun folks in my family too. I don't see them as often as I'd like, but that's all right. I live out in the sticks, and they live in the city. Well, I did see my mother this weekend when we went to play golf, top golf thing. It's not like real golf. It's like driving range except for bowling, or bowling games except for you got a driving range. I don't know. It's weird. It's interesting. The kids thought it was a blast. That's what matters. I thought they were about to come unglued waiting on it. He was like, "Rapture? What's that?" Oh man. Dad spoiled the joke. Classic dad fashion right there. That's classic dad fashion. He didn't kill the joke. He completely swerved it and threw the shade on it. Huh? What? Rapture? I never heard of her. That's the kind of dad I aspire to be right there. Huh? I don't know nothing about it. Here's your mother. Rapture? I don't even know her. Rapture? What kind of guy do you think I am? No, I don't know. That ain't my game, son. That's hilarious. Okay. Hey, look, we made it over an hour. We're gonna throw this nappy wash on there real quick, and then we're gonna let it set so we can come back. Classic. So again, this is just oil paint and mineral spirits, and it makes this great, just grimy, nasty, black, sooty stuff. I don't know how else to explain it other than that, but it's great for this sort of stuff. It's my, like, grimdark in a bottle. And I kind of want to avoid all those fleshy bits. Make sure we're getting the metal. And anything we want to come back and touch up later, we totally can. A little crazy there. That's alright. Plenty of room to move around on. This stuff's just gonna, any crevices, cracks, anything like that is gonna find them. And then all you gotta do is clean it up. Make sure it's going where you want it to go. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Pretty simple. And I like it because it looks grimy, like machine oil and stuff like that is in it, which is, you know, exactly what we're trying to do here. Oh, I should have done all the color on that, so we'll get it later. Ooh, I'm getting a little shaky. turn over. We'll put those little color those cables too. I forgot those are there. And I'll probably just put like a red or a blue on them. Match up what we've already been doing. I'll show it to you tomorrow when it's all said and done, I guess. 6 minutes for flowing and flying. This stuff's just so satisfying to use. I love it. It just kind of runs everywhere. You can also get rid of it if it's getting a little too much in places. You can use make a eye brush here, absorbing the excess. At least that's what I use. There always seems to be plenty of them around the house, so I take them. Much to Kristen's dismay, probably. Where's my makeup thingy? I don't know. I don't know anything about makeup. Good thing she doesn't watch the show, or I would have just ratted myself out. She used to when it was on her lunch break, but now that it's not. I intentionally have not done the needle yet. I haven't decided if I want to make it like I want it to be like super silver, so I haven't decided if I want to do like a white on it and then try and like silver it up. I don't know. I've left it intentionally undone because I haven't decided, and it's not going to get grimy, so you know. Leave it there for now. Right. Very gently. Went all the way around it first, and then I'm just going to kind of pick up the rest and put it on there. So we definitely want it to look tone muted. And that's why I brought it up before, because I didn't want it to be so muted that we weren't going to see it at all. That was something I was really worried about. Oh, I forgot to do this piece. I'll just do that off when you all aren't looking. Put bronze and then just regular metal there. If I only had a brain. RFK Jr. did cocaine. Gotta pull back. Gotta pull back. Bring back home. Bring the jokes back home. Alright. Heck yeah, man. That is a pretty snazzy looking guy. Really like this eye. Really happy with that. The lens looks absolutely fantastic. You can get a good lock in. There you go. Everything's looking grimy, so it's starting to match up with the rest of our units, which is what we like. We're using kind of that same, color codes here to keep everything kind of looking similar. So the eyeball kind of has the same blue a little bit as his fire. Just kind of keep it all kind of the same but different. Anyway, you guys are awesome. Thanks so much to everybody who comes by and watches these videos. I really, I think it's so cool. I find this part of the internet the neatest thing in the world. That we can kind of, that's something, but neither is that. That's one. There we go. So I love that we can share with each other and post things and come back to it years from now and look at it again and be like, oh wow, look at how far I've come. You meet new friends and you talk to new people and you get new ideas and we can all kind of share and be a big global community, which I think that's really neat. So hopefully the rapture isn't today. I'd like to continue doing this for a long time. And if it is today, well, if you're down here with me, that means I think we get another chance. I think you get like, what is it called, the tribulation, and you're supposed to like survive through that, and then you get another chance to repent, and then, or maybe that already happened. I don't know. I'm not that up on my lore. Anyway, hope you guys all have a great day. Find somebody to be good to. Don't be good to be somebody. Be good to yourselves. Spread some goodness. We'll talk to you later. Bye. Maybe not. There we go.